Hey girls. Um, so lately I've been having a lot of people wanting to know what I use when I do my eyebrows. As you can see, they're not done yet. So I'm just going to show you how I do them. I use Mocha Java ShadowSense. This is what it is. It's our eyeshadow. And I use it on my lids. I use this color on my creases, as a matter of fact. But you can use it in your eyebrows. And I like it because it stays all day. So once I do my eyebrows and it sets, it'll stay all day. It won't smudge off because I used to pencil them in, just to kind of fill in the little parts where you've plucked and they don't grow back as you get older. So like to fill in the corners and make them a little bit fuller, I'd pencil them, but then I had to be really careful not to touch my eyes at all that day. So this stuff stays all day. That's good. It's good for like if you get sweaty or anything, it's not going to rub off. Your eyebrows are going to stay there. So the color I use is called Mocha Java because it's closest to like a blonde. And it's pretty light. Let me show you guys on my hand. I have the light on so that you can see my eyebrows because I have nothing on them right now. They're very light and thin. So that's the Mocha Java ShadowSense. Once this dries, it'll be there all day. But I'm going to show you really quick how I do my eyebrows. It's probably not what a professional makeup artist would recommend or how she would do them for you, but but so I use this brush. It's not an eyebrow brush. It's an eyeshadow brush actually. But it is kind of fluffy. Let me show you in comparison to my hand. So this is my finger. This is how big it is. And it kind of has a little bit of a point and it's pretty stiff. It doesn't have a lot of give. I like this brush because it gives me more of a natural fill. It's a little more forgiving. They have the brow brushes that are pretty square and slanted and little, and that way you can get a nice square corner in here. I don't like mine too sharp. I like the more natural look, so that's why I use this brush. So I'm going to show you just what I do. You just take out your wand, and I just take my brush and I just get a little bit on my brush here. Not too much because it's easier to add more than it is to take away, so just remember that. And close it up while you're not using it because it does dry out. You don't want it to dry out. I'm going to get the most use possible. So I'm just going to show you in my mirror here how I do it. So I start from the inside and I just already go where I have my eyebrows already. And you always want to just go with your eyebrow direction, the direction that the hairs are going. You don't want to go against them ever. And your peak should be right outside of your pupil, the arch, I should say. And then the rest where it goes down should follow the shape of your eye. So I know I know a lot of women like their eyebrows high, but you don't want it to go up and then like out. You want it to end in the direction that your eye goes down. Okay? Does that make sense? So you don't want to waste too much time between applying it and getting it on your brush and applying it because it does dry. So right now I'm just kind of filling it in. I'm not gonna get too detailed yet. Sorry, I have to put the mirror right there so I can do it. Get a little bit more, and this time I'm just gonna get right on the sharp tip of this brush because now I'm gonna actually do the square part on the inside. Let's see if I can do this without covering the camera here. And if you make a mistake, you can kind of wipe right away and it will come off. So just kind of do it and then check and then do and then check. Let's see here. And see how they're kind of coming along. And some tips from like some professional brow shapers is you don't want to do too much filling on this part of your eyebrow. This part should be darker. And then on the inside, you want it square, but you don't want it sharp. You want it a little bit soft. And it's hard to do this in the camera here, but this is basically what I do. And I just kind of fill in and take away if I do too much. And I just kind of use my finger. If you're doing your eyebrows and you don't have any of your other makeup on yet, it might look a little much. But if you're going to do your eye makeup, it'll end up evening out. So there's one. And I'm not going to make them perfect today. I'm just going to do it just to kind of show you. And then the corner, this part should start right outside of your tear duct. It shouldn't go in too far, and it shouldn't be inside of that tear duct. You'll either have it looking like your eyes are like always like ah, or you'll look mad if they're too close together. Okay. So I'm just going to get a little bit on and do the other side. And try not to be so specific with one side before you start the other. That way you can kind of even them out if you need to. Because I have one that's always higher than the other. I guess just my facial expression. I have like a lazy eye on one side. So I like to kind of even my eyebrows out so that it kind of draws attention away from that lazy eye. So I'm going to do this side now real quick. And I'm a little bit more careful when I'm not doing it in the camera, just because I can't really see what I'm doing here. And you want to just do light strokes, light dabs. You don't want to get it and like smear it, because then that doesn't give you a natural look. It'll look like you smeared makeup in there. It won't look full. It'll just look painted, so to speak. So let's see. Now you're gonna go back in there and like fix the arch and fix the corner. So I'm gonna get a little bit more on the tip of my brush here. And then let me go to this side, that way you guys can see this side better. And then when you're done, you can go back with a really fine brush, or with your brow brush, an actual like brow shaping brush. And what you'll do is fill in, or outline, I should say, outline the eyebrow. So they're a little strong right now. Also because I don't have on a lot of eye makeup, and I don't have like the rest of my foundation on up here. But that's how I would do them. And then you can go back with a brow brush. Say this is it. They're usually slanted and they're really thin. Dab it in a little bit of your foundation or your concealer or your highlighter, and then you would just go back and just kind of line them just to soften and highlight the outline of your eyebrow. And I usually just use foundation. You can use highlighter. I use highlighter on my brow bone after I do my eyebrows and around here. And so looks like this one's a little bit farther in than the other one. But you can go back and fix that also before it sets. And that's it. That's how you do them. That's how you use the Mocha Java ShadowSense. To give it an extra set for the day, once this dries, you can take your translucent powder and blot it on. Let it sit, let it bake is the term, and then just dust it off in a couple minutes so that your eyebrows will be set, not too much. Let me know if you guys have any questions and if you would like to order any of this. So this is for blonde, the Mocha Java. We also have onyx, which is black. We have garnet, which is a dark brown. So there's plenty of colors that will match almost any hair color. So hope you guys have a good day, and hope your eyebrows are on fleek.